You know, when it comes to kicks, a lot of times I kind of let people have their opinions and say what they want to say about shoes, and I just go about my day. But when it comes to the Palomino 3s, one thing I am going to say is a lot of you guys are missing out. Let's talk about them. What's going on, YouTube? It's Lewis of the WearYourKicks channel. We are back again because it is an unboxing of release day sneaker, which is the Jordan 3 Palominos, or with browns, however it is you want to call them. But before we get into them, guys, go ahead and smash that like button for me. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Hit that subscriber button, click that notification bell, do all those great things so you can be notified every time I drop one of my videos. And don't forget, we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and once we do hit that milestone, I will be giving away a sneaker to one special person. In any case, guys, let's go ahead and pop the top off the box. All right, and here's the box for you guys, and I love how the color blocking on the box matches the theme of the sneakers. The elephant print here in the brown, guys, and then somewhat of a sail kind of off-white over here on the other side of the box, and then the Jumpman looking like it's in the brown there. I mean, it's a really nice looking box. In any case, the label reads Air Jordan 3 Retro Light Orwood Brown Metallic Gold. And whew, let's go ahead and open it up. You have your elephant print paper inside, and there you have it. You have the sneaker, guys. And let me go ahead and pull this out for you. And man, I love the sail tones and the browns on here and the gold hints. I mean, I know a lot of people are, passing on this sneaker, and, they were sitting basically on the sneakers app, but get this shoe in hand and then make a final decision. That is the best advice I'm going to give you when it comes to this sneaker, because, man, I have to say, the neutral color blocking, I mean, yeah, it's got the brown in there, and brown can be seen somewhat of a neutral color because it has the ability to go with a whole array of different colors, but just the neutral kind of fall tones, earth tones that this sneaker has really lends itself well to a lot of different outfit combinations, color combinations. But right away, this leather that's on the shoe here, it's not smooth leather, it's actually kind of has a little bit of grit to it, a little bit, guys, a little bit of grit in there. Let me go ahead and hold it up close so you can kind of see. You can kind of see the cracking there of the leather on the camera, and it reminds me of another series of sneakers, but we'll get into them in just a second. But let's just go over some of the features of this shoe. And you do have that light Orwood brown in the elephant print there on the back of the, wrapping the back of the heel, around the toe area, coming up some of the lace eyelets there. You have the Orwood brown as well. You got the gold Jumpman there on the back. Now this Jumpman is actually kind of reflective to the light. It's, definitely like a metallic looking kind of color on there. Flipping around to the front of the tongue there, you can see the gold Jumpman there on some of the darker, not darker, but kind of different shade brown, almost like a mocha looking color, actually. That's the best way I could describe it. And then going there inside, you can see the different shade of brown on the sock liner, and then looking down at the insole foot pad, you have the gold Jumpman on there, and then you have somewhat of a darker brown, kind of mocha brown looking foot pad itself. Flipping around here to the midsole, you have a sail midsole all the way around, and then you got the darker brown tones here wrapping around the back of the heel. And then flipping to the outsole, you have gray, white, and you also have brown there on the outsole as well. And then one more feature I wanted to point out here on the bottom, lace slits. These are actually in gold in color on both sides, and I think that's a really dope looking feature. I mean, me personally, I have no bad words for this sneaker. I mean, when I saw images of it, I instantly wanted it, and so did my fiance. So much so that she actually wanted her own pair. All right, now this is the box the youth pair actually come in. You don't get the same color themed box as you do with the men's pair, but you know what? It's okay. It is what it is. In any case, this is a 5.5 youth. Let me go ahead and pop these open so you can get a look. But the youth pair, usually with youth pair 3s, you do have some QC issues. We actually did end up asking for another pair just because there was a little bit of messed upness here on the elephant print on the other pair, and we asked them to go ahead and grab us another one. So if you plan on picking these up for yourself, ladies, or you're picking them up for your kids, make sure to go ahead and pull these out and take a quick look and QC them before you go ahead and buy them, because sometimes the youth pair, and especially in the threes, come with some issues. But these here in particular look really good. And then the issue that we actually did find was kind of minute. We were pretty much, you know, kind of being extra picky, but you know what? It's her pair. She was actually getting for herself, so she definitely wanted to make sure that everything on them was on the up and up. And I understand that 100% completely. But guess what, guys? Again, the youth pair, I mean, same kind of materials on here. I mean, they did their thing. They did their thing when it comes to this sneaker. But I want to go ahead and pull out the shoe, like I said, that they kind of remind me of. So let's do that now. All right, for those of you in the sneaker game, you should have no issues at all identifying this shoe. And I'm talking about these right here, the A Ma Maniere 2s. Now, the reason why I'm pulling these out to compare to the 3s is because of that cracking in the leather. Now, the A Ma Maniere series is the first set of collab sneakers that had that cracked leather on them, and you can look really closely here. The ones have them also, but I love my 2s, and I wanted to make sure to get them on the channel because, man, I'm really happy to actually have the 2. I think the 2s are way more unique than the 1s are, but don't shoot me, that's just my opinion, guys. But look at the cracked leather in there, and then let me go ahead and compare them here to the 3s. Now, on the 3s, like I said, like the cracking of the leather is a little more subtle. You can't really see it as much as you can here on the 2s, but that's what this shoe reminded me of. It reminded me of the A Ma Maniere collabs when it came with the 1s and the 2s having that cracked leather on there. But I really feel like that is a nice little feature. And you know what? I mean, yeah, the A Ma Maniere 3s, matter of fact, let me just pull them out real quick. All right, now this is what we got from A Ma Maniere when they did the 3s. They did not do the cracked leather or anything like that on these. And I believe these actually came out before the 2s, so it was the 1s, the 3s, then we got the 2s. But they didn't do the cracked leather here. They gave us all white leather here on the A Ma Maniere 3s. But I feel like had they stuck with the cracked leather theme, I mean, maybe you take a Jumpman off one of the shoes and you put that A Ma Maniere A on there, and maybe a couple other, you know, maroon hints or something like that, and you could have yourself, you know, the A Ma Maniere collab. I don't know. It's just kind of, you know, a little bit of imagination I'm throwing out there for you guys to, you know, enhance the conversation, because that's what this is about. We're having a conversation while we're unboxing the shoes. But man, these here, yeah, I'm definitely going to be wearing these sometime here in the future, guys. But I want to compare these to another sneaker that is kind of similar to this shoe as well, that I feel like we need to discuss. So let me go ahead and bring those out. All right, so the sneaker I'm talking about in comparison are these guys right here, the Desert Elephant 3s. Now, my pair in particular, I took out the black laces and I threw white laces in because you got a hint of white there on the back with the Jumpman and Air. So I felt like throwing white laces in would actually give the shoe a different kind of look that I actually like. But I may end up switching to sail laces at some point because there are a bunch of hints of sail on here and the earth tone browns along with the black that I think will look really good. But I wanted to give you a side-by-side look, and you let me know what you think is actually better, the Desert Elephant 3s or the Palomino 3s. Now, me personally, these could have easily been a Desert Elephant 3. I mean, you know, when you think about the desert, you think about the sand and the brown and the golden tones out there, especially from, you know, the sun and the sand dunes and all that kind of stuff. So these could have easily been known as Desert Elephant 3s. More so, in my opinion, than these here are known as Desert Elephant 3s. I mean, I don't understand really what the orange hints were supposed to be about when they were making this shoe, but you know, take them away from each other as far as comparison is concerned. And I really like the way these look. I mean, the very neutral color blocking, except for the orange on there. So you kind of have to be somewhat selective as far as your outfit picks and colors you actually wear with the shoe, versus these here lend itself to a lot of different color combinations and outfits, like I said before, just because, you know, brown seems to go with a lot of different colors. I would just say, just because somewhat of the gold, you might have to be a little bit choosy, but not so much. I mean, the gold obviously doesn't throw this sneaker off at all. But let me know what you think is actually better. Do you like the Desert Elephant 3s, or do you think the Palominos 3s are a lot better looking sneaker? I mean, side by side, I mean, obviously there's a bunch of different features, and they're not directly a one-to-one comparison, but just because of the brown tones that each shoe has, I felt as though that it warranted at least a look, you know, an in-hand kind of comparison and look as to what actually is a lot better. Me personally, I think you've already guessed it. I'm going to go with these Palomino 3s here. I mean, I feel like these are really, really nice. And you know what? Because they're sitting, you may end up finding these on sale at some point. So a lot of you who are passing right now, but maybe only in the small sizes. Maybe only in the small size. I did see on the sneakers that big sizes were sitting for a while. I haven't checked since earlier this morning, and here it's the middle of the afternoon when I'm shooting this video, so it may be different now. But I have to say, guys, if you are able to cop a big size on sale, I'm telling you now, it's a come up. It's a come up in my opinion only. But let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments when it comes to the Palomino 3s. Did you pick them up? Did you pass on them? Are you going to wait for them to go on sale? Or you got your eye on some other things down the line? In any case, this is Lewis of the Wear Your Kicks channel, reminding you to be true, stay in the moment, and don't forget, every day is a great day to wear your kicks.